So we'll click on this edit button. And from here, we go to the routing. And under the routing, we first redistribute OSPF. Now, under the OSPF, there is an option called redistribution. So we select the redistribution here. Now, before we select the redistribution, we also need to make sure that we change the role of this router to ASBR, because now this FTD is doing redistribution as well. So if it is not redistributing, then you can just make it as a normal router. And if you are using different areas, like in my case, let's say there is area 0 and this is area 10, then in that case, it will be area border router role. Of course, it is also doing redistribution. So we'll keep it as an ASBR role. That's what we'll try to give the role here. Say that this is, or you can give both ABR and the ASBR. If I'm using a different area as well, let's keep this one ABR and ASBR, because in the next, I'm going to run OSPF here with the different area. So we'll keep it the role. And additionally, redistribution wise, we click on add button here. And I'm going to say redistribute. Under the OSPF, I'm going to redistribute the RIP routes into the RIP. So we need to select this option like subnets to include the classless networks. Like we have a command called subnets in the Cisco routers the same way. And the metric value, the metric by default, it takes 20. So we can add whatever the metric, let's say 100. Metric type, we prefer to use 1, which will add the individual cost. If you are doing some kind of tagging, then you can use the additional options. We don't get into the tagging and the route maps, so we don't need route maps to redistribute only selected routes. You can do that. In my case, we'll be redistributing this and click OK. Now, this is going to redistribute the RIP routes into OSPF. And we can save this meantime, the configurations to the FMC. We can deploy them later once we finish the redistribution of opposite side, where we'll go to the RIP, and under the RIP, we will click on add redistribution option. And I'm going to redistribute the protocol OSPF. The process ID is 1. And these options we are adding match the routes. These are like OSPF for internal route, internal, external routes. You can just add them. So basically the metric, you can give the metric value in the hop counts, or you can just leave it to the transparent option or give the value. So specific value, let's say I'm giving 3. Just for verification, we can click on OK. Save this. Once I save and deploy the things, I should expect the routes should be start coming. So we'll initiate the deployment process to go ahead on the FTD1, click on deploy. And based on the verifications, what I should expect is on the router 3, I should expect some 10 dot routes from the router 1. And on the router 1, I should expect the 10.3 routes from the router 3. So as of now, we don't have too many routes here as well as here, okay? So we don't have too many routes, but once we are done with this, we should expect the DMZ routes coming on the LAN and the LAN routes coming on the DMZ side, okay? So let's wait for this deployment process. And you cannot test end-to-end reachability, because again, as you can see, the FTD, there is a policy to be applied. But what I should see is this 10 dot networks must be seen here, and 10.3 subnets should be seen on the router 1. That is what we are trying to verify and check here. So let's wait. The deployment process is done. So what I should see is, you should see this 10.3 routes. These are all coming from the RIP, redistributed into the OSPF. And likewise, we have the show IP route RIP. So I'm expecting the router 3 also will be getting the RIP routes. So as you can see, the router 3 is not getting the routes. Maybe I missed some options. So what we'll do is we'll try to check the redistribution of the OSPF into RIP. So we'll go back to the RIP and check the redistribution part. In this redistribution, we'll go ahead and check if I have added. So we need to say match internal. This is something I think we should match. Internal, external one, external two routes. Internal means your OSPF, internal OSPF routes. External means redistributed routes. So in our case, we don't have any external routes. So we just say internal. Check those options because in some devices, you have to do that. So let's try with that option. That should work in our case. And we'll quickly select the device and start the deployment process to go ahead. And what I should expect is I should expect the routes coming here. So we don't have any issues into the OSPF redistribution side. But whereas in our router 3, I'm expecting the routes to come. So let's wait for this to come up. So we need to wait for the deployment process to go ahead. So let's wait. So as you can see, the deployment process is completed. And once I start verifying, I can see the routes coming here. Okay. Still, you cannot see the end-to-end reachability because of the default policy. You can say, even though I'm getting these routes, the reachability wise, that's not going to work because it has to go through the FTD, and the FTD default policy is already blocked. Later on, when we get into the policies, these routings are going to be useful because later on, once we enable the policies, we should have the communication later on.